Hello Sharks, we are the B&D Corp.
The B&D Corp is a biodiesel company that we founded in order to take to our infamous trip to Mars. And we're here seeking $65,000 in investments from you guys. Biodiesel is made through a chemical process known as transesterification. During this process, biodiesel is extracted from vegetable oil, mostly soy, and then this process splits it in two parts, creating biodiesel and another byproduct known as glycerin, which could be used for alternative uses such as soap and other beauty products. After you get the vegetable oil, it is combined with methanol and a catalyst, which speeds up the reaction in order to create these two byproducts. It's also important to know that biodiesel is used no faster. Wait, that was the end of the. According to the USDA, biodiesel is capable of producing up to 3.2 to 4.5 units of energy. And so here we have a table comparing our major contenders to use as feedstock for biodiesel, because the main concern we have it for our biodiesel plant is getting access to the raw materials. So we have soybean. Soybean is a major contender because it is not as expensive as our other two, which is canola and rapeseed. The problem with soybean is that it has a lot of competitive uses. So it makes it really hard for us to live efficiently off soybean. Also, rapeseed and canola have a higher percentage of oil yield than soybean. So we came up with the final decision that in starting, we will use soybean because it's not as expensive as rapeseed and canola, but as we start making profit, then we can switch to rapeseed and canola, which have higher oil potential. Profitable contenders were waste oil, which could be easily gotten from fast food restaurants, and they are already used oil. Like, for example, using canola oil to fry foods, the waste could actually be useful in helping to make biodiesel. We also have algae, which actually is a newly technology process that doesn't have a lot of research on it, so we're gonna hold on using algae. We also have used coffee grounds, which is a very inexpensive way of creating biodiesel. So all these are components that make it really, really efficient for us to make biodiesel at a very reasonable price. Our plan is to have about 300.
Based on the Nebraska-run federal budget for no-till soybeans, in 2010, it costs about $115 per acre for field operations materials and services. Total of about $200 per acre, including the cost of land and insurance. The cost of consumption is based according to the United States Department of Energy. In 2009, the average cost was $2.69 per gallon. So, we are asking for $65,000 for startup and running the biodiesel plant because, according to our math, we've assumed that each acre is going to cost about $200, and we're trying to produce at least 300 acres, which will come up to $60,000 plus $5,000 for unexpected complications. No company is perfect, so of course we're going to have our flaws. Some of the negative impacts on the environment of biodiesel is mainly deforestation. The amount of arable land is being extended in order to increase production, and that's all done at the cost of tropical rainforests, which is also leading to a loss of habitats for certain plant species. Also, biodiesel can't be used at lower temperatures. Like, the colder it gets, the more unusable the product becomes. In order to produce biodiesel, you have to up the amount of fertilizers, which can in turn lead to pollution, not sky pollution, but like water pollution and stuff. It's a monoculture, so few products are used for this, but a lot of crop has to be produced in order to create this product. The one emission that does come from biodiesel energy is nitrogen oxide, which is clearly not good for the environment. And then also biodiesel is more expensive than gasoline. But, however, our product has more pros that outweigh the cons. However, before you get the wrong idea about our product, let Amy tell you the fact that our pros outweigh our cons.
Pollution is 50% of the phosphorus diesel. Biodiesel has fewer hydrocarbons, which means no sulfur aromatics, and it is non-toxic. Biodegradation is 5 times faster than petroleum diesel. It does not pose a threat to human health. And biodiesel is a positive energy balance. And biodiesel is produced from domestic sources like soybean oil and waste cooking oil. And it decreases dependence on foreign oil.
To today's products such as petroleum, biodiesel releases less hydrocarbons. Also, the fact that it is biodegradable and that it is accessible to the public since it uses domestic sources like waste oil makes its benefits even more worth it. It also uses sustainable manufacturing, meaning that waste from food is used to create biodiesel rather than having to extract from the Earth's crust and producing more waste. With time, biodiesel may become as competitive as gasoline. It is obvious that biodiesel offers many advantages over many other renewable resources. So what do you say, sharks?